Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment going twice? Public comment going 3 times. Okay, there's no public comment. Approval of the minutes for December 21st, 2020. Yes.
I kind of made some changes to, so I'd like to put it in the record that in item number 5, the last line of that whole section should be Andrews, not Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And then item 8A, I think it was, Mrs. Finley did not give birth to Patrick Finley. She gave birth to I put it, I mixed the last.
Okay, so you're talking about December 21, 2022 regular meeting minutes. Correct. Correct?
I just wanted to, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for pointing that out before anybody else did. Approval for the minutes for the December 21st, 2020 second regular meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Al Bruno,
Second.
second by Bob Finley. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
I vote yes, even though I was not present. I have familiarized myself with the minutes, and so I approve them.
Thank you.
But the date is Tuesday, December 21st. Wasn't that a Wednesday?
It was a Wednesday.
Yeah, we had our meeting on a Wednesday.
So the minutes should also be corrected.
Catch, Fred.
Good catch.
You weren't even there.
No, I wasn't. I
Please
haven't
note the
turned
date
out.
change.
Fred's everywhere.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from December 21st, 2022 special town meeting?
So moved.
Motion by Patrick Lombardi, second by Al Bruno. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain? Noes? Fred?
I'm voting yes.
Okay.
I have familiarized myself with the minutes, and again, I think the meeting was on Wednesday, December 21st.
Yep, that one's right.
They both say December 21st.
But it says
It
Tuesday.
says Tuesday, though.
Was a
I don't
Wednesday.
see Tuesday on here. Doesn't say Tuesday.
Mine says
Mine's-
Wednesday.
oh,
Yeah, it doesn't say Tuesday on the
Says
first,
December
Only on the
21st.
first.
Where? I'm looking.
No, I said only on the first.
Oh.
On the top.
On the top, on the top. Got it.
Well, the minutes on special time minutes says Wednesday.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
the first one, the second one's.
Great.
Special.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Second one
It's
says
just
Wednesday, the
the
other
other
one where it says
Yes.
first, it says Tuesday. That's all. I'm sorry. See?
Thank you. Discussion and take possible action, ARP allocations. A is Patton Avenue Drainage Improvement for 110. We voted on it, but we do not vote to set aside 110,000 in ARP allocations.
I'll make a motion to set aside 110,000 in ARP allocations for.
Motion by Trish Danka, second by Bob Finley. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. B, Central Office Relocation Project. We don't have a final count on that, so we can't really discuss and talk about it, but Fred Stanek wanted to mention something
Well, I
about
wanted
it.
to proceed with what we have expended to date so that there was an accurate accounting for this office, the First Selectmen's office, with regard to future allocations of the ARP funds. However, I received a summary from Central Office, the expenditures, at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I find that my figures do not reconcile with the Central Office figures. I'm assuming the Central Office figures are correct, but I'd like to look at this again, and so I would ask that we table the matter.
No problem. Can I have a motion to table the Central Office
So
Relocation?
moved.
Thank you, Pat
Second.
Lombardi. Motion by Pat Lombardi, second by Fred Stanek. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Item number 18 is, 618 North Avenue, tax abatement in the amount of $3,835.26. This is a piece of property that the town took over in a tax foreclosure, and since it is now the town's property, we have to abate the taxes
I'll make a motion to abate the taxes of 18 North Avenue, providing that the previous owners to which we've taken, from whom we've taken the property are removed. We confirmed that.
I believe,
I believe they are.
I'll reconfirm with Tony Caserta, but I believe they are. And in fact, to refresh my recollection, when I looked at the, give me a second here. When I looked at the judgment file, I believe they have relocated to a neighboring community, and their address is on the, where is it? On the delinquent statement for taxes, there's an address showing the folks residing in Beacon Falls.
Okay, that's
So
what I
yeah,
figured.
Yep.
I'll
That's
second
my
that.
recollection.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Discussion?
Is it the procedure of the policy that the tax collector now use the town council firm for tax foreclosures rather than Marshall? It has slowly started becoming policy. It isn't exclusive. Some are. I favor town council when you use tax foreclosures rather than using the Marshall firm. I have very strong feelings. Well, I actually have strong feelings. I favor.
Put your mic on, thank you.
It's gotta be green.
It's the battery.
Try, there you go.
Mine dies when
That's a
it's battery.
bipartisan microphone.
Fred,
Politics at this table.
We try not to.
So what I started to say is, my friend Fred Stanek, I also favor traditional tax foreclosures or bulk lien sales.
Exactly.
Those are the two procedures that I personally favor over my 40-something years of experience versus the Marshall's sales. Not that Marshall sales are not authorized as a matter of law, but that's the way I look at it as well. I share your view entirely.
Well, I appreciate that. It must be the age.
It has to be. It has to be. And we've also seen those other sales.
We've seen the problems.
Yeah.
We've seen the many problems, and the title insurers are reluctant to insure immediately a title taken through Marshall sale. Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Thank you. First, Select Women's Report. Okay. The past 2 weeks, our town's emergency management team, which is made up of volunteers from our fire department, ambulance, and our police department, spent the holidays away from their families to tend to sporadic power outages from Thursday morning to Christmas night, to dealing with the Bank Street flooding, Route 67 flooding, and no water issues on New Year's Day for over 2,000 residents in town, as well as a stove fire that had happened. I know the fire chief of the department is here tonight, and I want to say thank you. Not just to your departments, the firefighters, the fire police, but to the families of the volunteers and police department that had to leave to tend to the issues in town. I believe the residents of Seymour understand and appreciate what you, your team, and the emergency services in Seymour do. Seymour is very lucky to have strong leaders in place, the fire department. I would like to, so thank you, Chief, and to your department. And to you, Mr. Lombardi, for the fire chiefs, fire police. I would like to congratulate two businesses in town that opened up last month. Finders Keepers, which is a gun and ammunition store. They are located next to the police station. And to the Swan Conservatory of Dance on Route 34 in Seymour. Swan Conservatory Dance had their grand open and ribbon cutting ceremony on Friday. I was able to watch several performances, and I cannot wait to see what they plan to do in the future. We will be scheduling the grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for Finders Keepers this month, and the Housatonic House will be, which has been open now for around a year. They would like to have a grand opening and ribbon cutting this month as well. Next week, we'll be having our swearing in of our fire chiefs, our new detective in the police department, and several fire officers. This event will be held on January 12th, 2022 at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Seymour Middle School. Stephen will be sending everybody invitations out for that. as well as our new commissioners. January 9th and 10th, the town starts the budget summit. The 9th will be meeting with our vendors, and the 10th, the department heads will be presenting their budgets. I have asked all departments to come in flat with the understanding of contract requirements and the rise in utilities. Next Wednesday, I'll be meeting with Aquarian to discuss the water main issues that the town and residents have been dealing with. Next Thursday, I'll be meeting with Eversource in regards to Storm Elliott, as well as future communications pre, during, and after storm hits our town. We are continuing to receive information in regards to the $375,000 that was taken from the town via cyber. I'm hoping to be able to update this board as well as the Board of Finance and the residents in regards to what took place and the actions that are being taken in our next January meeting. The dog park is open for use. The hours are from dawn to dusk. The official opening will be in the spring. We ask all visitors to please pick up after your dogs. We're hoping to have the waste bags and disposal pails in soon, if not already. That's it for my Selectwoman's report. Is there any questions on my Selectwoman's report, per se? Okay, appointments. In your packet, well, not really in your packet, on your desk, you'll see the appointments. Christian Miller, Board of Fire Commissioner, appointment 3 years, term expires 1/3/2026.
I'll make a motion to appoint.
Second.
Motion by Trish Danka, second by Pat Lombardi. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, discussion? Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Gary Parkasevich, Board of Fire Commissioners, appointment is 3 years, term is, ends 1/3/2026.
Make a motion for Gary
Savage.
Parkasevich.
Second.
Motion by Trish, second by Bob Philly. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tax refunds and abatements in your package. You will find the tax refund and abatement. Please review, make sure there are no, I would say complaints, but that's not the word. Issues.
Make a motion to accept as presented.
Motion by
Second.
Trish, second by Al Bruno. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. There is no correspondences. Is there any public comment? Please come to the mic, state your name and address, please.
Christian Miller. I just want to thank the board for appointing me for the next 2 years as the fire commissioner.
Thank you.
Gary Parkasevich. I just want to thank the board again for appointing me as commissioner and look forward to the next 2 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Selectmen's public comment, I will start with Selectman Lombardi.
I really don't have too much. I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention the funeral that was held today for firefighter Mateus Wartz, who died in a line of duty fire last week. His funeral was today. We should just be cognizant of all the dangers that our firefighters, also, or any of our first responders, are faced with on a daily basis. And we are fortunate enough that in the 203 years that the fire service has been serving this community, both companies, we've only had one line of death duty, and that was several years ago. The gentleman's name was Arnold Hartley, who suffered a cardiac arrest when the dump was on North Main Street. So that's how far back it goes. But I just thought it was important to bring that to the board members' attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Finley?
No, I wanted to thank all the emergency service personnel for the quick action, for the water main break and everything that happened during the holiday season. They took time off their holiday season to make sure everybody was up and running, so I wanted to thank everybody.
Thank you. Trish?
Just want to mention, I called Eversource, so anyone who's, my bill more than doubled, so the appropriate place to call is not going to be Town Hall with complaints. So everyone
Thank you.
really taking seriously the increase that you're hearing all over the place to start shopping your kilowatt rates. Am I saying that right, Bob?
Yep.
I don't think so. I don't know, but you're,
Bob will correct you.
you might want to check, because again, mine more than doubled, so we're shopping around now. And again, we don't want to be bogging down Town Hall with complaints. I'm sure we're all disgusted, but get on the phone with either your state legislators and call Eversource and start shopping. Also, thank you to emergency personnel, same sentiments as Selectman Finley had mentioned, due to the water break, keeping us updated for Selectwoman Dragonis. And Happy New Year to everyone, health and joy to all.
Selectman Bruno.
Yeah, just want to echo what folks have said. Thank you to our first responders for always being there, making sure the town's safe, putting our folks first. I know it was a tough holiday season with our temperatures plummeting, and we have water main breaks, and there's always something going on. So thanks to everybody who does that. We appreciate it. Tricia's right about the electricity rates. There was notice 3-4 months ago this was going to happen, that they were going to increase prices, citing a lack of natural gas due to the war in Ukraine. I think it's somewhat convenient. I think the profits are still through the roof. Please do not blame our first selectwoman or town hall. Folks have been very complacent with that and haven't voiced their displeasure with our legislature, and it's been put on the radar since we had our issues in our town, when Eversource did not really respond to Kurt at all for days during our problems with climate weather events, big events. So, yeah, like Trish said, shop your rate. Should always do that. There's a site. It's very easy. Been doing it since they deregulated that whole industry.
Yeah, and even if you have to do it again and again and
You
keep
bet.
making sure, because
You bet.
I failed to know that mine expired and went way up.
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
mean, but they're supposed to give you notice, Trish.
well,
under law.
I missed that. If they did.
Okay, just making sure, because they should have.
Want to
Then you
make
should
sure
check.
they're people that doesn't happen to, because my
Trish,
bill is going to hurt next
You should
month.
check and make sure they did, because they're supposed to give you notice. I think it's 30 days before that contract expires. They can't just play the gotcha game with you.
Yeah,
They have to let you know that.
well, I'm feeling gotcha.
I'm sure Bob can
Thanks.
say that, but if I'm not correct with the time frame, but I'm sure Bob knows more than us all probably. But and other than that, Happy New Year.
Thanks.
I would like to echo everyone's responses to the extraordinary job that the emergency personnel and the first selectwoman's office have performed during this crisis time of emergency management needs. I just think the emergency personnel have done a great job. And Happy New Year, everyone. I'm not going to repeat what everyone else has said. Thank you.
Thank you. And just as you know, Selectman Bowen's resignation did take place, and we're just waiting for a name from the DTC. I know you have a meeting coming up soon, so we'll hopefully have a name for our next meeting, maybe a person.
Sure.
So with that, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by
So
Trish,
moved.
second by Pat Lombardi. Discussion? No? Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries.